Hello, silver has made some moves and these are the counts I am tracking right now. So the first count is counting this as an ABC W, ABC wave X and then ABC wave Y, and then we move up after have completed a double zigzag. The alternative is counting this as an ABC W, ABC X, and then we have ABC in a wave Y, a flat, and then we move up. The other alternative is counting this as a triangle, ABC A, B, C, D, E, and then we move up. These were all bullish scenarios, and the only bearish scenarios that we have are these two. So very deep 1 2 1 2, looking for way lower prices. So 1 2 1 2 of a lower degree, and then 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 4 5, and so on. And the other possibility is just an alternative count on this one. So here we have the one over here, which eliminates the problem with these, but otherwise the scenario is exactly the same. So 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 3 4 4 5, and so on, looking for way lower prices. So the probabilities for these, the bullish scenario here with a double zigzag, are very low that we are finished here, because wave Y did not take out this first zigzag, which is very uncommon for a double zigzag. So if we were to have this scenario, we would need to have more downside, which is entirely possible, because then you just follow the deep double zigzag count here, counted this as a wave 1 and then 2, and then you have the same count 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 4 5 4 5, creating a double zigzag like this and moving down here. So the probabilities that we are finished here with a double zigzag and now we're looking for upside in this scenario is extremely low. But as I mentioned, it can happen to move down and just follow the bearish scenario, which is a much higher probability, because we did not hit this line, and therefore this double zigzag has a higher probability than a sideways correction. So it's either between this double zigzag downwards or a more downwards movement, basically, or a triangle, but you get the idea. So in a flat here, if you have the ABC in a W, X, and then you're looking for an A, B, C to move down in a wave Y, we did not hit this line here, which with wave X, which lowers the probabilities for this scenario. It's not invalidation, it's just a guideline, because if you're looking for a WXY kind of sideways structure, you want to hit this, because otherwise the zigzag structure has a higher probability. But nonetheless, this counts very good as a 3-wave as of right now, which sets us up very nicely for a wave A and then a wave B, which has a minimum target here at 86.655 for a flat, and then we are moving down in an impulse to wave Y finishing, and then we are moving up. So the other possibility, the triangle, here you can see that we almost invalidated this triangle. We didn't do it, but it came very close, and we hit an uncommon fib target as well for this triangle. So this triangle has a lower probability just because of us moving so deep, but it's not invalidated. That's important to know. And also, if we get more downside, this can turn out to be a WXY here in a complex structure here in a wave C, but since we have so little wiggle room, it would be very unusual to fit this wave Y inside this wiggle room, basically. So if we're moving down, the chances are that we are eliminating or invalidating this triangle. But nonetheless, if we move up like this in a 3-wave and then move down, then the triangle, yeah, absolutely, is a possibility, taking out this high and moving up. So then it is very interesting, at least for me. I'm just sharing what I am trading right now. So for me, it is very interesting to see if we have stopped the deep downside movement or not, and where the probabilities change for this scenario, the deep downward movement. So if we look at this move then, 1, 2, 1, 2, this has a lower probability of being a 1, 2 just because of time. We made a new high after this, and that lowers the probability for this being a 1, 2 of a lower degree. But time is never an invalidation, it's just a guideline. So if we then move on to 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2 here, you need to basically count it like this, because if you have the 1 and 2 in a different places here, you now invalidate some of the wave 4s in other possible counts. It's not hard invalidation, it's just breaking guidelines. So I haven't shared all of the variations of these because it will be too much, but this is my main count for the bearish count. So here the bulls, they want to make a new high, as I have written here. So they want to take out this high, because if we take out this high here, this gray line, then it's a lower probability that this is indeed a 1, 2 because of the time. And also this is another wave 4 in another possibility of counting this. So I would like for us to move up, take out both of these to lower the probability for a wave 2 here, and also invalidate one of my alternative counts here for another wave 4 at 78.980. And if we then move up as well, taking out this low probability wave 2 at 77.065, then it's even lower probability for the bears. And the invalidation, what the bulls are looking for, is this, because if we take out this, then the bears doesn't really have an option left. We could get like a double zigzag more down, but then it is a matter of time before moving up. So we're not then looking for way lower prices. So keep an eye out on this, as I mentioned. So then the alternative to this, how to circumvent this problem for the bears if you are a bear, then you can count this as a wave 1 over here instead of having it here. And if you do that, then you can see that we didn't make a high after this date, which then has the higher probability of being a 1, 2 here. But then you encounter another issue, because then this wave 1 and this wave 2 the wave 2 is too long in time. So if I take a fib time and I try to hit this, yep, there I got it. You can see that wave 2 here is over 9, 10 fib time here, which is very uncommon for wave 2. And this is how you need to count it to circumvent this issue, to have this as a higher probability 1, 2, 1, 2. So that lowers the probability for this. And if this has a lower probability of being a 1, 2, and the other scenario has a lower probability of being a 1, 2 of a lower degree, then it's a lower probability for the bears, because these are the only viable counts for the bears as of right now. But as I mentioned, it can happen that we are moving down, but then it's a higher probability that we do that in a double zigzag type of structure instead of a very bearish scenario, if you understand what I mean. So yeah, these are all the scenarios I am looking into, and I am now very interested in if we are getting a new high after this, lowering the probabilities for the bears even further. So that is something I am looking for. If you found this analysis helpful, feel free to subscribe, and you can also find Elliott Wave resources at mellantrading.com. I'll see you in the next one.